What's going on, guys? County Gains back here again with a very informative video about bodybuilding and fitness. Now, I don't remember, did I actually do this video before, guys, but I'm going to make it again anyways because it's very, very mandatory to know which kind of supplements you should take when starting off in the gym or when you're an experienced lifter. Now, guys, so for the actually, cut that there, bring this here. Now, guys, first and foremost, when I talk about supplements, I mean a meal. First and foremost, guys, when I'm talking about supplements, I'm not talking about meal replacements. You need a balanced diet with a good meal plan to really push the calories so you're getting size, strength, mass, all that kind of good stuff, guys. You're building muscle. Nothing replaces a proper meal plan. DM me if you guys want meal plans and fitness plans. I'm going to be uploading those to my Instagram soon, so go check them out. And before we get into this video, guys, I just want to say please help support me on Patreon, so go over there and check me out if you guys want to help support the channel. So the first and foremost products we're going to be talking about is the top 3 supplements you should take. Like I said in the beginning, a proper meal plan doesn't take away from this. And me personally, I don't think you need supplements to build a good physique, guys. I don't think you need any supplements to build a good physique. Zero. But if I was to start with my number one most beneficial, but also kind of most necessary supplement. No supplement is necessary, like I said, with a meal plan. I'll keep repeating that for the whole time. I would take caffeine. Or, if you guys are prissy little bitches like me and don't like the taste of caffeine, I would recommend Hemo Rage or some kind of pre-workout. I'm not sponsored by Hemo Rage, just by the way. Although, Hemo Rage, just by the way, please do sponsor me because they have by far the best pre-workout I've ever tasted. And performance-wise, it's just the best by an absolute mile, guys. I have done a review on this, guys, so go check that one out. Now, Hemo Rage is just basically 400 milligrams of caffeine. I only take half a scoop, so it's like 200 milligrams or whatever. But definitely, guys, a caffeine supplement for a pre-workout is pretty, in my opinion, pretty necessary once you get over a couple of years of training, or if you just want to take it from the get-go. Now, I will say, guys, I don't recommend taking caffeine supplements every single day. Your body gets used to it. It kind of draws something out of you that you don't need for every single workout, especially if you're competing in a competition or something. I'd probably recommend taking it then. If you're taking a pre-workout every single day, or increasing your need for the amount that you're taking every single day, then definitely that's not a great thing, guys. I would definitely try and peel back on that at least slightly. So a pre-workout caffeine, or just have coffee, guys. You don't even need pre-workout, you know what I mean? Saying the pre-workout is kind of overkill. It kind of just has a few extra things. Maybe helps you get better pumps, maybe a little bit more strength in the gym, what have you. But yeah, that's number one, guys. I think the number one supplement that people take that I actually don't take, I haven't taken pre-workout now for about 4 years, guys, and I'm just starting to take it once again. So pre-workout, super essential. Next one, guys, that I'm going to talk about is, in my personal opinion, a type of protein supplement, and that would go by Mutant Mass. Now, I'm not sponsored by Mutant Mass either, but like I said, sponsor me, please. But yo, honestly, guys, a protein supplement shake is definitely mandatory in my opinion. I'll explain why. If you listen to any kind of pro bodybuilders or anything like that, they always talk about getting the calories and getting the protein in. I also do think, before I get into this, people probably overeat in protein, especially if you're a smaller guy. If you're under 200 pounds, stop eating protein, guys, in my personal opinion. Start driving carbs like crazy, you understand? And this is all free fitness advice, guys. I'm going to put this up on my Instagram as well. Please do not be one of those guys that's 170 pounds, 160 pounds, and you're trying to bulk up, trying to gain muscle, and you're driving protein like crazy. There's a thermic effect of protein, and it really doesn't have any calories in it as such. It kind of eats itself up, so to speak, in your body, and you're not going to be gaining any size or strength or anything off protein. Protein is just there to help aid recovery. We've been sold this lie about protein for so many years, but it's still essential to somewhat. If you're kind of a bigger guy or whatever the case may be, definitely having more protein helps a little bit to kind of keep muscle, kind of maintain muscle. That's what I've seen over the 10 years plus of me training consistently, even though I don't really look like it, guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely starting to get back into it. Now, I'm 245, 250 pounds nearly, and trying to keep size when you're at that weight, guys, it's quite hard because of the muscle, the muscle kind of being catabolic and it kind of eating itself away when you're not getting a super amount of calories in. So definitely having a protein shake or some kind of BCAAs helps with that. Now, I know a lot of people freak out when I say BCAAs, BCAAs are a waste of money. Guys, everything when it comes to bodybuilding is pretty much helpful. You know, most supplements are going to come from bodybuilding are helpful, but it only helps about 5%. A pre-workout, in my opinion, probably helps 10% because you're getting that extra little bit of push. You know, you're gonna get fired up for the gym. You're getting the blood pumping for the gym. But a protein shake, you know, in itself, in its entirety, will only help you like 5%. You know what I'm saying, guys? It's just something to aid in the amount of protein that you get throughout the day. For some reason, when I was a kid and in school and stuff, people would say, "Are you taking protein?" And I never really took protein shakes when I was in school, and that was probably good, you know, because after school I blew up from like 150 pounds, 130 pounds. I was skinny as hell to like 220 pounds. Like, and I was somewhat lean as well, so 100 kilograms. And you know, at 18 years old, because I just wasn't getting the amount of calories in. I was trying to eat all these protein shakes. Then after school, thinking that I'm gonna blow up eating a protein shake with 200 calories in it, guys. Which, you know, you need calorie dense food to get size. You know, you see all these guys walking around and they don't even look like they lift when they're in a t-shirt. They don't even look like they lift. No arms, you know, small waist and stuff, but like they're lean. But it's like you're trying to like bodybuild, trying to gain size first. When you're 25, then do a cut, guys. If you're 16 years old thinking about cutting, it's just the dumbest thing ever. I look at these trainers telling these people, 18, 19-year-olds, to cut weight. I'm like, I'm like, that's when your testosterone's the highest. You should be driving calories. I never cut till I was like 21, 22 years old, man. You know what I mean? I don't think cutting is the thing, especially if you're a natural athlete. You see these guys on anabolics, on these chemicals, and of course they can cut because you keep size and fullness when you're on the sauce, guys. But when you're a natural athlete, man, you can't be cutting all the time trying to keep your abs year round. Have abs for 6 weeks out of the year. If you live in Ireland, maybe 3-4 months out of the year. If you live somewhere hot, maybe 6 months out of the year. But for other 6 months of the year, guys, you should be driving calories like crazy, man. I don't know, even when they suggest to women to not drive calories, it mind boggles. You know, the hormones go down, women get angry. It's a horrendous thing. But I went off on a bit of a tangent there. But definitely having a protein shake does help as a really good, you know, supplement. I definitely would recommend that because me personally, I can't get the amount of protein in throughout the day. You know, it's not the best case scenario, as Rich Piano would say. The best case scenario would be to eat 6 to 12 meals a day, you know, pasta and beef. You know, I eat beef at every single meal. So, nearly. Or eggs. Or some sort of like, you know, heavy nutrient dense protein source. You know, milk, cheese, milk, eggs, and beef. Red meat. That's what I eat at every single meal. You know, trying to gain size, guys. I'm a natural athlete. I'm not over here 150 pounds on the gear, you know, trying to get shredded. It's just not, I don't know why people keep pushing that kind of lifestyle, but it's just not, it's not good. So the last supplement, I'm going to get a ton of hate in this one. I don't care. You guys can hate me all you want, is BCAAs. Now, before anyone asks me why am I choosing BCAAs, I'll explain in a few different cases. So the first one being, guys, I think this is the best out of the lot of them. I could have picked testosterone booster, yeah? Like something like this, which is kind of like a plant steroid or like a testosterone booster. They kind of go hand in hand. I don't really take any of these. I've taken like 10 of these in my lifetime. They don't really do much except to kind of help you stay, you know, anabolic. They help you not lose muscle when you're trying to cut fat off, right? But when it comes to, you know, just overall health and well-being, guys, this supplement, which is Rich Piano, I've been taking it since I was 18 years old. It just helps. It has a lot of different, you know, supplements in it, like B12, B6, you know, L-leucine, a ton of leucine, which helps build muscle. You have L-taurine, water concentrate, coconut water concentrate. You have bromelain, which helps break down the food. You have blueberry powder, which helps protect your immune system. You have glucosamine and MSM powder, which like helps your joints. You just have a lot of stuff in it. Milk thistle, which helps your liver. Even if you're natural, your liver will be getting taxed because of all the protein you're eating. And, you know, just a bunch of different things in this product. You know, it's not just BCAAs. BCAAs on their own, yes, I would kind of say there's probably no point. It's kind of like overwatering a plant, you know. You can only give a cactus or a plant so much water before it just gets too hydrated, you know, so to speak. And when it comes to protein, if you hit your protein source, everyone should know this by now if you're weightlifting for a year or two. If you hit your protein source and your calories for the day, it doesn't matter how many BCAAs and stuff you'll take over it. You're just going to be kind of like, you know, spinning your wheels, so to speak. It's not really going to add anything to it. But in terms of supplements, guys, I would recommend this over stuff like, let's get into it, creatine, guys. Now, why do people hate when I say don't recommend creatine. A lot of people hate me for saying that. Now, I'll explain on one thing, guys. I'm not against creatine at all. I think that taking it's fine. I took it for like 2 years of my life before. I saw really no benefit because when I hopped off it, I didn't really gain a substantial amount of muscle mass, but it definitely does help for the time being to kind of blow up your muscles, trying to make you look fuller, maybe get a little bit extra strength, 1 or 2 reps in the gym, which will in turn help you get bigger, faster, stronger, all that stuff. So creatine does absolutely work. For me personally, I just kind of get bloated off it, but I may be one of the few percent of people that doesn't really feel any super amount of benefit off creatine. But if you want to supplement with that, guys, definitely creatine is a great, thing to take. But I just haven't taken it in probably 5 or 6 years now, guys. Maybe since I was 20 years old, something like that. I haven't really, seen the benefit. But it's so cheap, guys. It's like €20. But to me, it's almost kind of like, sometimes people use it as like a fake muscle source. They kind of take it, they blow up with water, they look like a water buffalo, and then they just gain no muscle off it because it's kind of hard to train because you're all bloated and stuff. And I don't think taking something that bloats you in the gym, helps at all. I just have a little bit extra salt on my meals, guys, honestly. And like I say, guys, I kind of follow a kind of a carnivore, mixed kind of a carnivore diet where I eat a ton of beef every day, maybe some pasta here and there, maybe some rice. Stan Efferding's vertical diet. I've been following that since I was like 18 years old. And I think if you're eating a ton of beef, you're eating a ton of red meat, there's already a lot of creatine in that. In 1 kilogram of beef, there is 5 grams of creatine. Now, is that enough? You can just supplement with 5 grams with a little supplement. You can also do that as well. But is that the best case scenario, guys? Because when you're eating the beef as well, you're getting 50,000 other nutrients in that, compared to just a creatine supplement on its own. Eating foods in its isolate really isn't the best. Having steak, guys, having red meat, having eggs, chicken, beef, this kind of thing is the best case scenario. You know what I'm saying? It just trumps creatine. But creatine does help. I won't ever, say that it doesn't help. I probably will actually hop back on creatine maybe soon, because it definitely helps with, water retention sometimes. And if I feel a little bit dry sometimes or a little bit kind of drawn out, it helps put back on the water weight. So, yeah, which can kind of like be beneficial if you're trying to increase your strength, trying to get that puffy look. But yeah, if you're trying to stay lean, I don't think taking tons of creatine helps a lot. So, hope you guys got some information out of that. Leave in the comments down below, what are your top 3 supplements? I'm definitely going to get a lot of hate for my top 3. But like I said, I'm only going to choose BCAAs over test boosters, and I'm going to choose protein powder over creatine, because if I had to, if I had to die on the hill, if I had a hill to die on, I wouldn't really die on the hill against those supplements, guys. It wouldn't really be a hill that I want to die on, saying that creatine isn't as good as protein powder, which, like I'm saying, we could argue that point for the rest of the time. But definitely I would take protein powder because I want to get the overall protein over the actual, on-off benefits of creatine. Because once you hop off creatine, you stop. But once you hop off protein powder, you kind of keep your gains. It's like the gains are there to stay. It's just protein. It's just to add to your diet, right? It's not like creatine kind of like, will forever help you. But it is quite cheap, so you can pretty much just cycle creatine for the rest of your life if you want to do that as well. But yeah, hope you guys got some insight off that. DM me on Instagram for any fitness, health, fitness or health information. I love you guys all. As always, man, have a good day. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.